So now we will see important array methods in JavaScript. So guys, basically we are going to see some of the important array methods that you will be using in your day-to-day life when you are going to work on the JavaScript projects, and these methods are going to be very helpful for you in order to complete your task. Now guys, the very first thing is the length property over here, which is related to the array. So let us check this with the help of examples in VS Code in this case. So simply we will create a new JavaScript file over here. So we will say 24 and then we will say array methods.js file. So guys, basically we have this new file in this case, array methods.js. So simply we are going to create the variable that is numbers over here, and we are going to have the list of numbers in the form of array in JavaScript. So guys, we are going to have the open and close square bracket this time, and let us say we have certain random numbers in this case, so that we are going to work with them as far as understanding the different array methods are concerned. So guys, basically we have the list of numbers over here inside the array. So what we will do is, first of all, we will check the length property of the array. So what is the meaning of length property? Basically it is going to return us the number of elements inside the array. So let us check that as well. So over here simply we are going to have the console.log statement, and then we will say array length this time. So guys, over here we have array length followed by colon, and then we will use the concatenation operator over here, that is the plus operator, and simply we will use the variable name that is numbers followed by dot, and then we have the length property. As you can see, it gets or sets the length of the array. Basically it is the size of the array or the number of elements inside the array. So let me just save this file now. Let us see what will be the output when we check the length of this particular array in which we have provided the numbers. So over here simply we are going to use the node keyword followed by the name of the file, that is array methods.js. So as you can see, we have the array length that is equal to 8 this time. So if we count the number of elements, it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we have 8 number of elements over here, and that is why we have got the output as 8 as the size of the array. So guys, in this way you can simply find the number of elements inside the array by using the length property over here. Apart from this, you can also use the toString method in order to convert the particular array to the string. So let us check that as well. So simply I am going to copy paste this line of code over here, and inside the console.log statement we will simply say toString this time. So basically whatever numbers are present inside this particular array, all the numbers will be joined together and they will be represented as the string in this case. So let me just provide colon over here, and after the plus operator simply we are going to use the numbers variable name followed by dot, and then we have the toString over here. Always remember that whatever method you are going to use, you have to use the dot character after the variable name, and you can see the multiple methods that can be used as far as the arrays are concerned. So in this case simply we are going to say toString over here followed by the open and close parenthesis, and this is important whenever you are going to use any of the method for the array. So always remember to provide the open and close parenthesis over here when you are going to use the methods. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, after converting the numbers to the string over here and joining them, we have the string representation of all the elements that are present, which are separated by the comma characters over here. Apart from this, we have something called as at method, which can be used in order to access the array element. So guys, previously we had seen how we can access the first or the second element over here. So let us say we want to access the first array element this time, so followed by colon. What we have to do is, previously we were using the open and close square brackets in order to access the array elements. So let us check that first of all. So over here we provide the numbers variable name, and then we have to provide the 0th index over here in order to access the first element, since the index starts from 0. So in this case we have provided the index number, that is 0. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. As you can see, first element it is equal to 11 this time. Now guys, the same thing can be achieved by using the at method over here. So simply we have to use the variable name, that is numbers, followed by the dot character, and then we will use the at method in this case, and then after this inside the open and close parenthesis, we have to provide the index number. So this time we will provide the index number as 0. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, first element is 11 over here. In order to access the second element, simply we can provide the index number as 1. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, first element it is equal to 24. Similarly, you can access the other number, that is the third number as well. So if we run this code once again over here, 635, which is the third number, which is represented by the index number, that is 2. Now guys, the difference between this particular at method and the other way of accessing the array elements, that is by using the square bracket, is that you can provide the negative numbers over here. So if we provide the 0th index, the first element will be accessed, but in order to access the last element, simply you can provide -1 over here. So when we say -1 in this case, the last array element, that is 76, will be accessed. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, the last element it is equal to 76 over here. Similarly, we can access the second last element by using the -2 index number. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here. As you can see, 39 is getting printed, which is the second last number, by using the negative index number over here. But guys, the same thing cannot be done with the square brackets. So let us check that as well. So when we provide numbers followed by the square bracket, and let's say we want to access the second last number over here, which is having the index number -2. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. As you can see, we are getting undefined over here. So we cannot use the negative index number when we are using open and close square brackets. So guys, this is the difference between these square brackets and the at method that we had just seen in this case. So in order to access the last element over here inside the square brackets, what we have to do is, first of all, we need to get the length of this particular array. So we will have numbers dot length over here inside the open and close square brackets. So after getting the length, we know that the last element will be length -1 over here. So simply we will say -1 this time. So basically this particular expression will access the last element of the array. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here. As you can see, the last element it is equal to 76. In order to get the second last number, we can simply do length -2 over here. So when we save this file now and try running this code, as you can see, 39, that is the second last number, is now getting accessed over here. So guys, in this way you can access the different elements of the array based on the project requirements. Now guys, apart from this, we have something called as join method as well, which is used in order to join all these array elements with the help of certain separator. So guys, let us check that as well. So simply we are going to have the console.log statement once again over here, and then we will have join array as the statement in order to identify that we are joining all the elements of the array over here. So simply we will have the numbers variable name in this case followed by dot, and then we have something called as join method. As you can see, it adds all the elements of an array into a string separated by the specified separator string. So simply we use the join method, and inside the open and close parenthesis over here, simply we will provide the separator. So let's say we provide the space character followed by the star and then the space character as well. So guys, basically this is the separator that will be provided in between all the elements while they are getting printed on the console. So let us check that as well. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, all the elements are getting printed now, but in between they are having the separator that we have provided inside the join method over here. So guys, in this way, if you want to join all the elements of the array by using the separator, you can use the join method in this case. Apart from this, we have something called as push method as well, which is used in order to add another element at the end of the array. So guys, let us check that as well. So simply we will have numbers variable name followed by dot, and then we have push. And let's say we want to push the number that is 100 over here, and then again what we want to do is simply we have to print the array elements in order to check whether the array is updated and it is having the last element as 100 in this case. So simply we will say updated array followed by colon, and then we have the plus operator followed by numbers over here. So guys, we will have the updated array by pushing the number that is 100 in this case. And before running this code, we will also provide the string that is updated array after pushing element. So guys, basically we have this particular string to be printed on the console. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, updated array after pushing element, we have the last element as 100 now. That's because we have added the element at the end of the array. Now guys, similarly, we have something called as pop method as well in order to remove the last element from the array. So what we will do is simply we will say numbers followed by dot and then we will say pop in this case. So guys, what will happen is the number that was added, which is 100 in this case, will be removed now. So we will copy this line of code, that is console.log statement, and paste it after the pop method over here. We will say updated array after popping element, which means after removing the element from the array. Let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here. As you can see, after pushing, we have the element that is 100 which is added to the array, but after popping, we don't have that particular last element over here, and the last element is 76 now. So guys, in this way, easily you can add the element or remove the element at the end of the array by using the push and the pop method over here. Apart from this, we have something called as unshift and shift method as well, which are similar to push and the pop method in this case, but they are going to work at the start of the array. So guys, over here, instead of adding and removing the elements at the end of the array, if you want to add or remove the elements at the start of the array, you can simply use the shift and unshift methods in JavaScript. So this I'll leave up to you as a homework for you so that you can practice on your own. So comment in the comment section below what kind of code you have written in order to add or remove the elements at the start of the array. Now guys, apart from this, we have more two important methods that can be used on the arrays in JavaScript. So the first one is the slice method over here. So let us check the example of the slice method. Simply we are going to have the console.log statement over here, and then let us say we only want to print the first 5 elements from this particular original element. So in this case, we only want to print the slice or the section of the array. So basically we are going to use the slice method over here. So let us provide the string that is section of array in this case, followed by the colon, and then we have the plus operator. We simply use the numbers variable name followed by the dot operator, and then we have the slice method. As you can see, it returns a copy of a section of an array for both start and end. So basically we are going to use this method, and you have to provide the index number from where you want to start and where you want to end. So guys, inside the open and close parenthesis over here, we need to start at the first index, that is the 0th index this time, and the second parameter will be the end index over here. So it is important to note that that particular number will not be included inside the slice that you are going to create out of this particular array. So guys, basically we have to provide the index number of 73 in order to include the numbers up to 39 over here. So what is the index number of 73? If we start from 0, this is 1, 2, 3, 4 and then 5. So guys, basically we have to provide the end index as 5 over here, and then only we will get the numbers from 11, 24 up to 39, which are the top 5 numbers in the array. So let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, section of array, and then we are getting 11, 24 and then up to 39, which are the top 5 numbers this time. So guys, basically we start from the index number that is 0. You can start from any number based on the requirements, and then you have to provide the end number. Please note that this particular index number will not be included in the slice that you are looking for from the array. Now guys, apart from this, you can also use the splice method, which is used in order to replace certain elements in the existing array. So guys, let us check that as well. So simply we are going to use the numbers array over here, and then we will use the splice method. So as you can see, it removes the elements from an array and if necessary inserts new elements in their place, returning the deleted elements over here. So guys, we will use this method, and let us say instead of having 11, we want 1 and 2 elements over here. So what we will do is, inside the splice method, we will first of all provide the index number of the elements to be removed. So we have the index number over here followed by comma, and then as you can see we have the delete count. So how many elements you want to delete from this particular array? Only one, that is the first element. So simply we will have the one number over here. Before that we had provided that particular index number. So you can provide any index number that you want to delete, followed by the number of elements you want to delete, and then followed by comma, and then you have to provide the elements that you want to replace that particular element with. So let us say we want to provide 1 and 2 numbers over here. So simply we provide 1 followed by comma and 2. So guys, basically instead of this 11 element, we are going to have 1 and 2 as 2 elements which will be provided in this original array over here. So let me just save this file now, and before running this file we have to provide the array elements as well. So we provide console.log statement, and then we will say updated array after splice this time, followed by colon, and then simply we are going to have the numbers variable name. So guys, let me just save this file now and try running this code once again over here on the terminal. So as you can see, we have the starting numbers as 1 and 2 instead of 11 over here, and the second element was 24, which is now shifted to the third position over here after the 11 number which was removed from the original array. So guys, in this way you can use the splice method as well in order to delete certain number of elements and also to replace it with some other numbers as well. So guys, in this way you can use the multiple array methods based on your project requirements. Comment in the comment section below whether you have learned something out of this video. Please make sure that you like this video so that it reaches to more people, and subscribe to this channel so that you get the notifications on upcoming videos as well. I'll see you in the next video, in which we are going to work on an exercise on arrays in JavaScript. So stay tuned.